What up, folks? This is Derek Scull with Gatekeeper Media.
And this is Chris German.
And today we are bringing you the 2018 New Jersey State Championships powered by Millennium Discs.
Yeah, we have New Jersey State's round 4 coverage here. So the first 2 rounds were played over at Thompson State Park. The last 2 rounds were here at Stafford Woods in Vorhees, New Jersey. So we have Mike Carman, Chris Villa, Devin Frederick, and Robert Veliky on this card. So it's exciting golf here.
Absolutely. All right, so we're here at hole 1, 251 feet, par 3. Pretty much straight down with a slight right.
Yeah, it's to the right. Slight dog leg to the right there. I believe we're going to see Mike here. He is leading currently on the card. So he's going to let that go down. Just a little
Looks like
low.
it's a little low and doesn't quite get him past that down tree there.
No, I would say on this hole, you definitely want to get past that log, and that's where it kind of starts splitting off to the right.
So we got Villa there with an unfortunate kick off that tree. He should have somewhat of a look there, but a lot of work.
Yeah, you definitely want to be more to the left because it opens it up a little bit more. So we have Devin here.
And that is the ideal shot.
It's looking really good. Actually overshoots it a little bit, but definitely makeable putt for him, and he should be securing a birdie. So we have Robert here. So he's a little farther behind on the card. We have a pretty tight top 3. Pretty big gap between those guys and the last person on the card here.
It looks like he's going to take a very similar route, getting real close to that tree, but he's got a manageable up from here.
Yeah, he'll be able to run that. I think it hit like a little small branch, kind of died out on him. So we have Villa here looking for his up shot.
So he did have that lane, but again, a lot of distance.
Yeah, he came in a little hot there. He's going to be putting back. It's a long look for a par look. So we have Mike here as he's just going to try to flick that and just a little early, just fades on him a little bit. Should be a makeable putt. So we have Rob here. He's got a little bit of work, but he'll be able to run it.
Connects to metal, but not quite high enough.
And not enough for him as here's Villa trying to save his par.
He just couldn't get the height on it either.
Yeah, it's just a little low for him. So he might be losing a stroke to the card here. So we have Mike here for his par save. He sinks it. So good putt by Mike. He's able to save that par.
Good connection to the chains there.
As we have Devin here as he's going to look to try to get his birdie. Rocking big beard and all.
And he sinks it.
Yeah, he drains it. And these are really good players here. I mean, these guys are rated in the thousands, or if not, they're right around 1,000. So we should be seeing some good golf at this course. And this is a very tough course. So
very technical.
So it looks like Villa actually drops his disc. We have another cameraman walking by as Robert just taps in.
All right.
He's going to get his par there. So end of hole 1, we have Mike, Robert, both getting pars. Devin's going to get a birdie, so he's going to gain a stroke as Villa's actually going to lose a stroke. So 1 stroke between Mike, Devin, and Chris there.
You want to talk about hole 2 here?
Yeah, hole 2 is pretty tough. Par 4, 509. You kind of want to go straight kind of where this little fork tree is. Once you get up there, it's going to, once again, kind of go to the right, dog legs to the right. Even
Pretty
more.
sharp.
Yeah, it's almost like a horseshoe almost, like a half circle.
Like a J, maybe.
Yeah, I would say J's a good one. But yeah, you should be able to get a birdie here. It's nothing crazy as long as you keep it on the fairway. As it looks like we have Devin here. He's on the box.
And his kicks off that tree, but it puts him in the right direction. It looks like
Wow.
we're ping-ponging around a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like I lost that actually when I was doing the catch cam there. So it's very hard to see these discs. So we have Carman here. That's looking really nice. It's going to fade
He's
back.
motioning it to get off of a tree and hits one behind it.
And that's not a great spot to be in, but once again, being the left's probably a little better. You have more of a straight shot, but he'll have some work to get through some shrubs. So that's looking really good by Rob. It actually flies right by me, and that's great. If you're getting up to that log up there, you're chucking a good throw there. So he should have a manageable up and should be able to get a birdie there. Villa taking the only bogey on the last hole.
Looks like he is following Rob and places it. Looks like they're neighbors.
Yeah, and that's a great spot to be in. From there, you should have a pretty short up shot. This isn't like a very hard par 4. Like I said, as long as you stay on the fairway. It's not very far in distance.
Devin there trying to make up some ground with the flick.
And
Catches
honestly,
a tree.
I think that tree helped him because I think he would have overshot that because I'm closer to where the basket actually is.
And he'd been in there's a lot of trees between you and the basket there. We have trouble following, but then we get the landing.
Yeah, it looks like Mike just threw a thumber there. He just wanted to get out of the rough.
It's a good call.
Yeah. At that point, you just kind of close your eyes and spray and pray, really.
So Villa here for his 2. It's going to carry the Anheuser shot, flicks back for him, and places himself right near the pin.
Great upshot by him. He should be able to tap in a birdie there. So we now have Rob here for his upshot. This is his second shot, so he's looking to be able to tap in a bird, and that's just uncharacteristic. Just kind of left his hands a little bit and just faded early on him.
Yeah, really held that turn.
Yeah, not the greatest up there. Whew, that was a great run by Mike. He went over those trees and all, but
He was trying to make up some ground.
yeah.
Devin finds himself in a very low point with a lot of distance, so that's going to be some work for him.
Yeah, let's see if he can do it. I mean, he is in this area. He's known to be a very good golfer, so.
Just a little too high. I think he was anticipating having that low shot, so.
Yeah, he just raised it a little bit, but that shows signs that he's feeling it today.
And Rob there just off to the right of the basket a little bit.
Yeah, a little low again. That's 2 putts in a row.
And a nice clean putt here from Mike.
Yeah, it's a great putt. He's able to save his par. That second shot, that thumber really just kind of got that distance that he lost, so that was good.
Oh, that circled inside the chains and spit right back out.
That's tough. He's going to be going from a great shot looking at a birdie. Now he's going to be looking at a bogey. Villa knocks his in, and we're just going to have a couple tap in here. So yeah, that's unfortunate for Rob there. But going into that, so Villa's the only one getting the birdie. That's going to actually tie him up with Devin. Mike's still sitting 1 stroke ahead of them. Robert's the only one getting a bogey, sitting him at 1 over for the round.
So hole 3, one of the water holes here. Par 3 with only 313 feet. You're going to head over the water and then kind of veer to the left a little bit. So there's a couple lines to take, whatever you're more comfortable with, but a very manageable long tee.
Yeah, there's a safe route, but I would say, I mean, these guys, we are shooting from long tees, but they have the power to get over here, so they're going to run this. And this is, I would say, an aceable hole, as Chris just unfortunately hits that tree.
As you may have seen already in some of our previous videos.
Yeah.
That's really high, but that's going to carry over and probably see himself
just
short.
That's a good spot to be in. I mean, nothing in front of you. You can run the birdie. You have nothing to worry about. If anything, you're just going to settle for a par.
And it's open sand down there, too.
So it looks like Mike's coming in here and his, skipping up right around Devin's.
That's pretty good placement as well.
Yeah, his is a little closer. He should be able to make that putt.
So Rob last up on the card.
It looks like he took the hoodie off. As that's looking pretty good out of his hand as long as it doesn't hit any trees. Skips through and
Overshoots.
Yeah, overshoots it a little bit. It's going to be putting back.
Looks like into the wind as well.
Yeah, that's impressive. It looks like he has a lot of power behind him. He's the tallest one of the group. As Chris just lays that up. He just doesn't want to run it, play safe golf. You're only 1 stroke behind right now. So we have Devin here.
And that's a beautiful,
Ooh, he sinks that
putt.
in. That was something there, man. You think that warrants a Gatekeeper rewind?
100%.
Yeah,
let's go.
Let's do it. That's just...
The form, he lifts that back leg, really balances himself out, and makes solid
Yeah,
connection.
dance like a ballerina and shake hands at the basket. Good things will happen.
Oh, and just a little too high there, and it puts him still a little bit of work a ways.
Yeah, for his par save. And I think he's trying to adjust. He shot low the first couple holes. He's trying to shoot a little higher.
And he was anticipating a little bit of a headwind here, it looked like.
Yeah, just a little low, and once again, he's going to have to settle for a bogey there. So let's see if Mike can do what Devin did here. He's just a little closer.
About right.
He's a good golfer. Good golf. He should be able to make that. It's a great birdie by Mike. So it looks like we'll probably have tap-ins here. Chris should be able to tap this par in. So you can see he's sponsored by Westside and Heiser Flip Disc Golf. One of the locals around here, right?
Local to, he is a Pennsylvania guy.
I believe, I don't know if everyone here is from Pennsylvania, but I know at least half this card is.
I know that Rob is from North Jersey. I believe he said of course, that he plays a lot as Rutgers.
Okay. So yeah, end of hole 3 here. Both Mike and Devin both getting birdies. Mike's still with the 1-stroke lead. Chris is gonna have to settle for a par, giving him a 1-stroke difference on Devin, and then Rob's the only one with the bogey there.
This is one of my favorite holes on this course. It's really beautiful, nice layout, meadow almost, and challenging.
Yeah, on your first shot from long tees, you want to head out kind of where that opening, where that hill was. From there, you should have a pretty manageable upshot. Slight dog leg to the left there. But as long as you end up near that hill out there, you're in a good spot, and then you just let it rip.
And it looks like Devin is doing just that, and he's going to get a nice little skip up and a roll.
And there you go. That's great to be at.
I would say you can't get much better than that. It's going to give yourself a lot of room for a really basic upshot.
Yeah, I would say at 558, I mean, once again, it's pretty open, so it's pretty easy par 4.
Mike doing the same, does not get quite the bounce roll.
Yeah, but as long as you're out there, you're in a good spot. So let's see if Villa can replicate them.
Keeping it low.
Yeah, his a little lower, but should have a nice skip on it. Skips right past Mike.
Playing leapfrog down there.
Yep. And let's see if Rob can bounce back. 2 bogeys in a row.
So that's pretty sharp of a hyzer there.
Yeah, almost like a spike, but once again, that power on him just... I thought that was going to be short, to be honest, but man's got power.
So that one's coming in from the side there. And
a lot of guardian trees, so really you're almost just kind of hoping that you kind of get through there. There's kind of a bigger gap to the right, but it's a lot of trees in your way. So as Villas is coming in here, that's the gap we're talking about. So he actually overshoots a little bit.
And he puts himself a little behind some things.
Yeah, he's going to be putting back for his birdie there. So we have Devin here. Should be able to just lay this right in. He's taking a little... Ooh. Took a shorter angle and just kind of hit that tree right there. So he's going to have some work for his birdie.
And Rob with the CTP.
Ooh.
He knocks some trees there, but it's graceful for him.
Yeah, that kept a good flight. He's actually CTP again. He's closest there. So
Right, so we got some distance here, and
Ooh.
Another really great putt by Devin.
Man, you could tell even from when he missed that one on hole 2, like he's feeling it. You can see it. He's gonna get another Gatekeeper rewind there. I think it's worth it.
And just again, solid connection.
Just sinks it and see if
so Villa's here behind that tree in a little bit of a rough area. Just misses it.
Just misses the basket, and it's tough. He's gonna try to save his par there. So let's see if Mike can knock in his birdie, knowing that Devin just nailed that really long one. Probably almost circles too.
Looks like he hits chains there and just comes up short.
So we have Rob here, and once again he was the closest, and he needed that.
Absolutely.
It's a very good putt by him. Great hole by him. He's gonna also be birdieing. So the rest of these guys are just going to try to save their pars. As Villa knocks his in.
We notice sometimes Villa doesn't take much time when he's getting ready to have his upshot or anything. He just steps up and throws. So you'll see a little bit of difference in play from all these guys.
Yeah, some people take a while. Some people just go walk right up and throw. So
I think that has a lot to do with mental game more than anything.
So end of hole 4 here, both Devin and Rob getting the only birdies. So we have a tie for the lead, sitting at 27 under for the entire tournament, both Mike and Devin.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Thanks, Millennium Disc, for making all this possible. So we're moving to hole 5. Tell us about hole 5.
Hole 5 is very straightforward. You can see the pin from the tee box. It's par 3, 390 feet. Basically, we have some OB on both sides here. You want to, if you're a righty backhand, you want to hug that OB line and have it just kind of fade in closer to the basket for you.
Just like that. Look at that. Great shot by Devin.
Yeah, that's going to leave him a lot of breathing room up there.
So we have Rob here. A lot of power. His is sound a little high.
He's going to be pretty far left from the basket and
Ooh.
OB.
Unfortunately, it goes OB there. Just a little too much on the hyzer there. So we have Mike up. He's going to keep the lower route. It's looking pretty good as long as it doesn't hit any branches.
Well, that and just being very confident in the flight pattern of your disc, knowing that it's going to come back at the end of that glide.
Yeah, just anytime you're throwing over OB, you have to know and trust those discs.
Yeah, that's a good way to add strokes to your game quickly.
So Villa's going to take a similar line to Devin, a little higher, a little shorter though. But
You were scared on that one, huh?
yeah, it's disorienting, especially trying to look through the camera, and because it's kind of like a mirror in a car. They seem farther away than they actually are.
So Rob's technically third shot.
Yeah, and he's just going to lay that in. He's going to have to settle for a bogey there. So let's see if Villa's able to knock in his bird.
He just does not get the height on it either.
You could tell as soon as that left his hand, he was a little off-balanced. And so we have a battle for the top here.
Looking into the sun is not fun, and he's still able to maintain that putt.
Great putt by Mike here. So just knowing this is a very close race here. They've been playing for 2 days straight. You're getting close to home stretch, and this is the time to nut up and really play.
Yeah.
As Villa's going to lose a stroke on these guys here. Devin's going to have a tap in. And Chris is
He's having a hard time with this stuff.
he places a marker down for Devin there. Oh, that was good.
Talk about sportsmanlike conduct. What a guy.
As Rob's going to settle for his bogey there. Good hole there for both Mike and Devin, both getting the birdies, still tied up at 28 under.
Comfortable birdies, too.
Yeah, and Chris Villa with the par, he's now 3 strokes behind, and Robert with the only bogey. So moving to hole 6, par 4. Pretty straightforward until we get to the end, and we actually have a raised basket on this hill.
A little anthill action.
Yeah, and there's a lot of guardian trees, so this is pretty tough. There is OB to the right, so if you ever shoot it or go too far to the right onto 7's fairway, you will be looking at OB.
And I do believe that since we have filmed this, they have reworked the steps on the side of this hole, so it's a little more stable and uniform now. It's really nice. The course is really coming together.
Yeah, this is a great course, and if you've never been out here, I recommend it.
Designed by Adam Harris.
Yeah,
Does a really good job. Him and his wife are very, very much, this is their baby.
Oh, this is like their backyard. This is their home. He's actually teeing this tournament, so big shout out to Adam. So these guys are just straightforward throwing up here. It's really about your second shot. That's the one that matters.
Yeah, because you know that this has got some distance to it, so you really just want to make sure that you're in the middle of the fairway and set yourself up for success.
People do flirt with the OB on the right there, though. So
I do not.
As this looks pretty good. It's going to come back, though.
That looks like it was just above your head.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about, man. When you're out there with a camera, like, not that they're aiming for you, but you're in a spot where those discs will be flying right by you, and it could be a little scary.
The danger zone.
As it's kind of low, not the greatest shot. You really don't want to be there. He's going to have to do another upshot to get up that anthill.
But playing safe golf is going to have him lock down that par.
Oh, definitely. As
Villa was able to get up there.
Yeah, and he'll have a look. I thought the OV over on the other side of that hill was a little closer, so he has a little bit more room than I thought. Devins, this is looking...
Oh. He finds himself near where Villa's disc is, but that's a really unfortunate kick.
Yeah.
Did not get tree love there.
So we have Rob here. Looks like he's going to go with the flick approach through that little gap. That's looking a little heavy.
So we got a cluster up here.
Yeah, Mike's all by himself over there, so everyone else.
He's got kind of a
Bottom
lane.
of the hill.
Let's see which side of the tree he takes.
Thinking he'll go Heiser, but no, he goes Anheuser.
That needs to sit down.
Ooh.
And it does.
Great up. He almost ran that in. So we have Devin here looking for his.
His just fades out a little early.
This is a very tough hole or green to sink this putt. I mean, that's a pretty high hill you're putting up on. So we have Rob. Let's see what he can do.
Oh no.
It's unfortunate. And that's the scary thing about
needs
running.
to sit down.
I think he's farther now than he was on his previous shot.
Yeah, I've been there, man. I understand the frustration.
Yeah, that's a tough one to swallow. And Villa does the same thing.
He puts a little pepper on that too, and his is a little. He might be out a little further. Sure was.
Yeah, shotgun start there as he just throws that up. And see, I feel like on this hole, it's hard to run.
Unless it's that shot right there.
Unless it's there.
Oh, that's great golf right there.
Great putt by Rob. It's a good one to get.
Congratulations on the card.
Yeah, that was a good par. Stevin's just going to tap in real quick. Villa will do the same.
And these guys have played together a lot, so they're out there having a good time.
Yeah, you can tell they're all friends. So we have pars here. Chris, the only bogey here. He's now sitting at 1 over for the round, so he's having a pretty tough round here. Mike and Devin both tied at 28 under. So what we do, we go to the second water hole here, right?
It is, yep.
This one has a drop zone. This one I would say is a little harder for a ready backhand. It's more of an Anheuser approach. There's a tighter gap a little bit farther down right before you get to the water.
So the Anheuser route here, and that's a little hardware.
Yeah, where I was
probably coming in hot.
Yeah, where I was standing, there's kind of a hill, but I do believe he was safe.
Oh,
Ooh.
Threads that needle right in there, and I think he barely gets over.
I think he is safe as well. I do believe both of these men did make it across. As Rob, with the power he has, he should be able to get across. Is that very unstable? So
He's going to find himself past the hill.
Yeah,
that really floated in there. A lot of airtime there.
Yeah, that man's got power. He overshot that. Looks like he barely even threw it. So we have Villa here. His
is hanging that Heiser route too much.
You can tell he's upset.
Just did not want to turn over for him. He's really going for it.
Great up.
He's determined.
Yeah, I like Villa, man. I like his style. He goes for it.
Aggressive play.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's I fit to that. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy that will pitch out. He'll thumb it through 30 feet of woods to get across.
You got to risk it to get the biscuit.
It's a good way to put it, man. Steven just throws up here. We have Mike just
a
missing.
few inches off.
So everyone's missing their birdie shots here. So looks like everyone should be able to save their pars. See if Rob can knock this in. Oh, just a little too high. And once again, that's a tough one to take. It's gonna be hard to bounce back from going in the hole 8, being one of the hardest holes here. So Mike's gonna get his par. Devin's also gonna tap in.
Shooting from the side of a hill downwards is kind of tough, actually. Even though you're super close, it's a risk of losing your footing even by a little bit.
It's disorienting almost.
Yeah.
You feel off balance.
Hole 8, gonna go straight down the gut here.
Par 4, 354. You know that's a very tough hole with a lot of trees if you're looking at a par 4 on a 300 foot hole, basically. It's basically a horseshoe to the left here. And like I said, just a lot of trees to go through. Would you say one of the hardest holes?
This and 11.
Yeah. Just wait till the back 9, guys. You'll see hole 11. But like I said, you can just see all the trees. There's not really any lanes to take.
This is one of those where you just play safe and look for the par.
So that's looking pretty good. It's going to fade a little early, but that's where you want to be. Kind of an opening out there. If you go a little too early, there's some trees to the left. You can try to cut some of the distance out, but
that's a high risk, high reward. Looks
Kind
like
of.
Villa clips a tree and it kicks him over to the left.
yeah, exactly what we were talking about. He'll have a tough lane, but he'll be able to get up there.
Rob's is very, very low, and I don't think he managed to get through anything like that.
He hit the tree and it kicked to the right, actually. So you kind of saw it right at the end. This Villa throws his up.
That's a fortunate bounce.
Yeah. Looks like I missed that one. But I do believe he's within the circle. So we have Devin here with his upshot. And he gets through a lot of it. A little bit of work left, but he'll be able to run that for the bird.
From what we've seen him play this round so far, that should be no problem for him.
So we have Rob here taking similar actions. This just fades up towards where Chris and Devin are.
A lot of movement up by the basket there. Looks like people are prepping for the next tee.
Yeah, I believe hole 9's right there as Mike gets up. All these guys are within the circle's edge, putting for the birdies here.
That was a close one, but Devin will take it.
Yeah, that's
An in's an in.
yeah, and that's what makes you win tournaments.
So Rob here with his 3. He drains it.
Very good putt by Rob. We have Mike here. Let's see if he's able to sink this. He does not. Loses the star frame here. As Chris knocks his in.
That was close to going through and through as well. Good thing for that back basket.
Or the back chains.
Yeah, sorry.
There's 2 baskets here. As Mike's going to have to settle for the par there. It's going to be tough knowing Devin knocked that down. He's going to lose a stroke to him, lose a stroke to the card. That's actually going to give Devin sole leadership here, sitting at 29 under, 5 under for the round. So 5 under through 8. It's impressive golf. So both Villa and Rob are also getting birdies.
Especially on this course.
Yeah, this is like very tough, tightly wooded course.
As you can see on this hole.
This hole 9, there's kind of 2 gaps you can take. There's one lane more to the right, and then from the short basket to the left. We'll probably see guys throw some Anheisers here. I don't believe we have any lefties on the card, but this is made to be a lefty hole, I would say.
I'm looking forward to seeing what everybody can pull off.
Devin actually
Turned over, and looks like he's trying for the local route.
Yeah. He actually split the part of the trees that I didn't think he was gonna. Villa
Attempts to do the same thing and is not as successful.
Not as lucky. He looked a little verbal there. He's probably a little frustrated with himself. We have Rob here. Just keeping it low. Ooh.
His gets a forward motion kick and a really beautiful skip.
Another ping pong. He's going to be more to the left, kind of the fairway for the short tee, so he'll have a look. So Mike takes the outside route.
And he tries to keep it a little wider.
That's a tough kick, though, for him. So let's see what Villa can do here. It's looking good on his end, and just unfortunately hits a tree, ping pongs.
And that's not a way that you want to end your front. Mike gets the unfortunate low ceiling hit.
That's tough for him. There's not really a lane over there either, so he's gonna have to.
No, but he makes one.
There you go. As he's able to get that up there, but once again he's gonna have to settle for a bogey here. As Rob's
that didn't come to the left as much as he probably was hoping.
Yeah, I'm surprised I saw him do a flick there. I thought he would have just thrown a standard backhand, but I guess he just didn't really have the lane or the angle. we have Chris here. His fades a little early, but it's within the circle. And we haven't seen Devin shoot yet, have we? I guess he really got up there. Ooh.
Hits the pole.
Once again, just a little short for Rob.
Devin really got up there.
Yeah, Devin's standalone here. Let's see if he can take a stroke on the card. Just misses.
But you know what? It's better to have a look than an up.
Yeah, I would say, especially with all these guys kicking early, he's still going to gain a stroke on everyone. Because Villa's going to be taking a bogey there. As Mike is also taking the bogey. As Devin was definitely, I would say, the hot one for the round. Or for at least the front, yeah. As he went he went 5 under through 9. As Rob just taps his in, you can tell he's a little frustrated. That was a hard hole for these guys. All right, as that's going to conclude the front 9 here. Devin, the only one getting the par, sitting 5 under for the round, sitting 29 under for the tournament. He's got a 2-stroke lead on Mike, sitting at 27 under, 5 strokes on Villa, and Rob is sitting at 13 under. He's got a lot of catch up to do.
If you want more disc golf, make sure to stay tuned for the back 9 coverage of the final round of the 2018 New Jersey State Championships, powered by Millennium Discs.
See you then, guys. Take care.